Hello everyone, welcome to another relaxing paint calm on a Friday. And today what we're going to be doing is this. Ta-da! This is the one I prepared earlier. And the colours that I'm going to be using are Neutral Tint, Raw Umber, Cosmic Blue and Quinacridone Bronze. So, and I am going to use some masking fluid just to get some of the white spaces in. So yeah, that's the idea, but we'll go through it step by step. So to start off with then, we need to find our masking fluid. The one that I'm going to use is called the Pebeo Drawing Gum Magic Masking Marker. And you shake it and it's like a pen. Initially you do have to activate it. So this is really the first stage because I want to preserve some white. So I'm just going to do a line going across there. I'm going to do a line going across there. You can just about see this. It is blue. So, you know, it really does help. Have a line going across there. And maybe one going across like that. So it's not too, maybe even one across there. There we go. So that needs to dry before we can put what I call the undercoat on. So back in 2 ticks, basically. Okay, so I mean, basically, depending on the temperature in your room, I suppose, but it shouldn't take more than about 10 minutes for that to dry. And I forgot to mention that I am using my Lightwish sketchbook, which I've used on several of the paint calms, but I will put the link down below. Okay, so we're going to start by doing our undercoat. This is my Michael Harding palette that I use a lot. So we've got these colours to play with, but in actual fact, for the background, I'm just really going to use the Cosmic Blue and the Quinacridone Bronze. So I'm going to wet my page because I want these colours to flow into each other. And I'm using my size 12 Princeton Snap to do this. There we go. So I'm going to get some of the Cosmic Blue, and I want it to be quite dark at the bottom here. So that's where I'm popping my Cosmic Blue. You can see, isn't it lovely when you get that whooshing across the page with the wet in wet? It's just, that's what watercolour should be like. That's what watercolour should do. Can you see that? I hope you can. It's rather magical. So there we go. We've got some the Cosmic Blue at the bottom. Then I'm going to go into my Quinacridone Bronze, and I am going to overlap it. Now these two colours will make a very nice green in actual fact. So I'm not bothered that these are all kind of mingling here, because that's kind of what I want them to do. And then I want to go back to my Cosmic Blue at the top here. So now we've got a really interesting background going on. And of course, that does have to dry. But I won't let you sit and watch paint dry. I will be back in a moment. There we go. Now, of course, yours will not look exactly the same as mine, and mine doesn't look exactly the same as the one I did before. But that doesn't matter. As long as we've got an interesting background going on with what looks like some sunshine coming in from this angle. So there we are. We've got a start to our picture. I'm now going to take off the masking fluid, and I have got a piece of equipment to do this, but I really can't be bothered to find it today, so I'm just going to do it with my fingers and just remove the masking fluid. Make sure we get it all. Right, I'm just going to get rid of that. There we go. So now you can see we've got some really bright white lines standing out there. Now, next I'm going to take I think I will take my branch and detail brush, but you can use a rigger. So, or just maybe like a size 2 round brush if you've got a size 2 round brush. And what I want to do is get some stems coming up to get some leaves coming off of those stems. So I'm going to make a mix of the neutral tint. Let's put you over here. Neutral tint and the quinacridone bronze, and there we go. I get this kind of browny colour for our stems. So let's maybe have a stem coming across here. In fact, I've kind of got two, but that's okay. And then we'll maybe have another one going from that but across. So we'll just get those in there, and then maybe we'll have another one coming across there. This brush is not working how I wanted it to today, but that's fine. And maybe a few kind of coming off like that. So now we've got some nice stems there for our leaves to come off of. And I'm then going to use a fine liner. So off of our stems here, we want to have some leaves coming off. And we're just adding in these leaves. There's some coming across here. So you'll notice I'm going over my white lines, but obviously I really wanted those to be there in the background. Okay, and we might even Add a bit of detail onto these. So we've got a few leaves coming off of those stems. And now with a much smaller brush, my size 2, first I'll mix the colour up. Having spilt my water in my tray, I'll just mop that up. So I want to make a nice green. So I'm going to use the Cosmic Blue. I'm going to mix that with the Quinacridone Bronze. Or maybe we need just a bit more of the Quinacridone Bronze. It's gone to brown. Okay, a bit more Cosmic Blue then. So oh, there we go. Okay. So we need this green to just fill in our leaves. And we don't have to be careful about how we fill them in. So don't worry too much about it. That's the beauty of line and wash. Okay, so now we've got some green on our leaves. The next thing is to get our fine liner out again. This is a 0.8, by the way, that I'm using. And I want to get these cow parsleys in. So I just need to look to see where they're going to go on this one. And I think I'm going to have one at the bottom here and one in there. So slightly different from how I did it before, just because of how it's worked out. So just look at yours and make a decision as to kind of where you want your cow parsley to be. And we're just going to do some lines, some of them shorter, some of them longer, and then a few that maybe are coming down. And you might want to thicken that stem up a bit. There we go. So there's one of my cow parsleys. The other one's going to have a longer stem. It's going to come across this way. And then maybe have a few that are coming down as well. So we've got those in there. And then we need, off of these little there, I don't know what you call these, but off of these ones we need more little ones coming off. So just find where you've made your lines. And then you can get those in. Okay, let's do the same to this one. Where are we starting from there? There we go. So already I think it's looking rather pretty. What we could do is just add a bit more. I'm just scribbling a bit really, but just to make that a bit darker at the bottom. And I need to make this stem a bit longer, or thicker, sorry, not longer. Yeah, just to make that a bit stand out a bit more. Okay, so we've got those in there. Next I'm going to take, let's take the raw umber, which is, where is my raw umber? There you are, you're here. And with my raw umber, I'm just going to do some kind of wiggly lines that kind of go across. And I'm just skipping where I've already got something there. So we've got this little pattern going on, if you like. And I think we could also echo that down here. So squiggly, just kind of a squiggly line, so that it's in a couple of places there. Okay, and then still with our burnt umber, I'm going to just do some circles. Randomly, anywhere. anywhere. Some big ones, some small ones. So some are only little dots. And we can even have some inside these lines. So we're just adding some of that raw umber elsewhere in the painting. Next, I'm going to take this pen. Now you could use gold. This is a gel pen. This one is bronze, but if you haven't got bronze, then you could use gold. And what I want to do now is add in some more lines, but I'm just going to show you, just as if there's kind of twiggy branches coming across here. I'm hoping you can kind of see that, just to add something in there, and maybe even have some echoing on this side. So if I bring that up, I'm hoping you can see they're just very faint little twiggy lines adding something else in our background. And I'm also going to do some like swirls. There you go. You can definitely see that one there, can't you? So I'm going to add some swirl, and I might even go over the top of that one there. I'm just going to be doing some swirls here and there. Big ones, little ones. Where else should we have one here? So now we've got some of these little swirls going on. In fact, I quite like the idea that I did here, these kind of ribbons of colour. So I think I'm going to do some of those ribbons of colour, and maybe we'll have them just look to see where you've got your gaps, really. There's no way that you're going to be able to kind of follow mine, but we're just adding a few little details, really. Then I'm going to take my bleed proof white, and I think I'll use my size 2 brush. And what I want to do is I want to get some of the kind of white dots on the top. So I'm just dotting basically where I've got those little black marks. I mean, this isn't a true representation of cow parsley, but there, I think that looks really pretty. So we're going to do the same on the other one. Just above those little black marks that we made. Hopefully oh, I have missed one. There we go. There, don't they look pretty? So so that we've got some other white bits in there, even though we've got our white lines. I'm going to just add some little white circles here and there. And if you pick some of your darkest places, then they will stand out more. Our lightest lights against our darkest darks. So and obviously, like most things, we don't want to be going berserk. So I think, although that is not exactly the same as the one that I did before, if I bring the two up, I think I prefer this one, actually. I think it's come out better second time round. But yes, I am not going to fill that with anything else. I think that's probably enough. So I'm just going to move my paint out of the way. Then we can take our masking tape off, or in this case washi tape. And there you go, there you have it. I will bring that up closer. There you are, everyone. What a fantastic, easy, relaxing paint calm on a Friday. There you are. I hope you all enjoy doing that one. And as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, stay calm, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.